Hey y'all. Okay, let's get some readings going, shall we? Yes. I'm like smashed in the corner, but we'll see how this works. I just kind of like the angle a little bit more, so let me know if you guys can see everything okay, if you can hear everything okay. Let me know how that's going for you. If you like it, if it's working, then it's working for me, if it's working for you. Okay. So, let's see what we can get going here. I'm going to start with some general energies here, just because we have no one here yet. Go ahead and post your question when you do come. Hi, beautiful Aries. Hi, Yan. Do you guys have questions? Go ahead and ask. Cool. Go ahead and ask. For the first 10, it's going to be free. If anyone wants to skip the line, you can donate. And if anyone wants to, be the 11th person, they can donate as well. But since you guys are here, it's free for now, the first 10. Okay, general reading for Yan. Let's see what's going on here for you, Yan. What is going on for Yan today? What is happening? What is the situation for you? Focused on stability. Good. Or at least that's kind of like the message that you're being told in your own head. Like, this is what I need to be focused on. I need to make decisions. I need to start taking action. These kinds of ideas in your mind are starting to come forth. Yeah, see, very, very much in your mind, very much in your head right now. Or there could be a Virgo person involved in the situation as well. So there's this caring aspect to the whole situation too. It's like either you have someone around you who's very caring, or you're very caring. For some reason that's coming out. Also, it could be talking about, a water sign person. So a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. But I feel like your stability right now is something that means a lot to you. Like, of course it means a lot, but it's just saying basically like you have to make a decision about something. Like really, really, like it's important now. It's like imperative now. Like now's the time. It's like, and this is going to mean a lot to you, It's you care about it very much. It's like very important to you now. So let's see why this is coming out and any advice we can get. Anything else we can get for Yan here? Hi, Sabrina. Okay, so I feel like this is talking about like you're running from something or hiding from something. I don't think anyone's really like stealing from you unless someone is kind of stealing money from you. Maybe that's why you feel like you kind of have to get a hang on that stability a little bit more, and kind of start having some more boundaries, X certain people out in your life or something like that. But if that's not the case, I feel like it's just talking about basically you running from your own problems, like you kind of like trying to avoid things that need to be paid attention to now and, taken care of now. Hi, Jazzy. Hi, I don't know myself. Hi, Queen Bean. How you guys doing? Okay. Let's see, anything else for you coming out here? Yeah, so there's fear involved in the situation. So I feel like basically this is a situation where, there's a lot of things right now that are happening. And it's like you're kind of worried about what's going to happen next. Maybe a few bad things have happened and now you're just kind of like, what's going to happen next? Like something bad's going to happen. I just know it, and that's a hard way to live because you're living in a way that's kind of like in fear, in anxiety, and you're not allowing yourself to like take the actions that you need to take. So that can be difficult. That can be a struggle here. Let's see if there's any advice for you on how to resolve this. Then we'll look to your Love Angels Oracle. Yep. It's basically just knowing that at some point when you get to this point of being able to take care of yourself and other people, because she has these pentacles here, so she's nurturing herself and she's also able to tend to this garden around her and also take care of this bird. So basically it's highlighting the fact that she can take care of herself and she can also take care of others. And that's a very like, it makes you feel just like you are in a good place. You feel like you have harmony in your life and you feel good with yourself, So it's kind of saying basically like, just keep that in mind. Like this is the end goal. Keep this in mind, work towards this and everything should be fine. Just stop having not like stop having fear, like you could just do that, but it's saying basically like this is worth it. It's going to be worth it. You just have to kind of get there, and then you'll see how everything fell into place, how everything's supposed to fall into place. And, just keep your head up, just keep going and try not to be afraid because it's all meant to happen for a reason, for that reason, basically, of having stability in your life. And that's gonna, kind of make everything make sense once you're there. Let's look at the Romance Angels Oracle real quick for Yan. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah. Great card. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So this could be talking about like a new person coming in or maybe an old person. I don't really think it's talking about the ex though. It seems more like it's talking about, or maybe if it's saying like you need to release the past, maybe you can have some kind of a heart-to-heart with the person and be like, yeah, we really need to just let each other go. Like, be done with it. But if not, then I think it's just talking about like be honest with people around you. Be honest and open. Be yourself, Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So this is talking about somebody coming in that could be right for you, I guess, And soulmates don't have to be romantic, but since we're kind of talking about romance here, love, I would say this is a person that's better for you. It doesn't mean you're going to end up with them the rest of your life, but what this card is saying basically is that you know what you want, because the affirmations, visualizations, and like you've been thinking about this. You've been telling yourself like what I need in a relationship to feel valued and loved. And so it's not just like you're going out there and you're just doing it and you just don't even know, you're just like going to try anything that's there. No, it's you're picking somebody who's actually good for you, and this person comes around after you decide what that is. So if you're in a state where you don't really know what is best for you and you kind of just like I want to be in love and that's it, like you just don't really know what you need or want, then this is a time, that's probably why the Hermit card's here too, because this is a time for you to kind of like think instead of going for it and taking those actions in love. You are making a decision having to do with your stability. Maybe part of that is also being single for a while and just doing what you need to do, like grinding on your own business instead of like focusing on somebody else to fulfill you. It's probably talking about that along with it, along with other things you need to do to make sure you're stable. But basically, it's not about someone else now. Now it's about healing yourself and figuring out what it is that you want, figuring out what it is that you need so that when you go back into the dating world, and it's not just like you're going for anything. You're like, okay, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. That right there is not what I want at all. That right there is looking more like it. So your affirmations, visualizations help bring you together because you already know what you're needing, and then you go and find it. So you can't really do that without taking that time to yourself to figure it out, and allowing yourself to actually know what is right and wrong for you, not just going out there and taking anything that seems like it's a good idea right now. It's like actually consider this, take it slow with the person, figure it out first, and you're not going to be able to figure everything out, but like, if this person has things that you aren't for, don't go for it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that to yourself. You got to figure out, this is a time for you to kind of figure out a lot about what you're doing to feel more stable. What you need is the most important thing, okay? What you need to feel valued, loved, stable, everything. For you to be okay. It's not about other people right now, okay? Okay, so there's not really a list. No, I'm just picking at random. I'm going to pick the first 10 people will be free. And then after that, if you guys want to do, if somebody wants a reading after that, it'll have to be a donation. But also, if you want to skip the line and be like next, then you can donate. But I'm just going to pick at random. So let's see. Yeah, of course. Of course, Yan. I'd like to know if H Scorpio will return. Thanks in advance. Okay. This is for X. Oh, I'm sorry. This is for Noran. Oh, hi, Vedre. Okay, we'll do you right after this, okay? Thank you. Yeah, we'll do this right after that, okay? Since I'm already starting this one. Okay. So will Scorpio, will they return? Let's see here. What are they thinking about doing? What are they doing right now in regards to you? Okay. Okay, so someone needs to take responsibility for something is the underlying card here, okay? So it's like someone needs to take responsibility for something. Someone needs to make sure that they are like owning up, basically taking responsibility, doing the right thing, and making sure everything's good. And you know, they're admitting to what they've done. They did something wrong, and they have to kind of own up to that. They kind of have to like be real about that, you know? So it's kind of like somebody's waiting for someone to kind of take responsibility for something. And here we have them holding on to something. Here's the thing, they're holding on to something. Oh, I'm sorry. My thing's all backwards. They're holding on to something like in a big way, like not letting go for anything. Doesn't matter. They're not letting go. They're hanging on. And that is going to lead them to, I think, come back around after some time. So these are the 4 seasons right in each corner. So it's like as time goes on, coming full circle, like I will come back around. It's just going to take me some time. And I think a lot of it has to do with them either wanting you to take responsibility for something or they're having to take responsibility is what you're wanting. So they're not really trying to be around right now because they're not trying to do that. So, but the thing about it is it leads back to heartbreak. So it's kind of like you guys will need to address that at some point, some kind of, you know, addressing of the situation. It's not like it can just go on like this. Like, even if they do come back, like it kind of shows they will at some point, you're going to have to address this, which is someone needs to take responsibility and be kind of the bigger person and just own up. You know, you both probably or might and probably have things to do about owning up, you know? You probably both have a little of that you need to do. So it's not just them, it's not just you. It's probably both. I'm gonna use the Romance Angels Oracle to kind of get a better idea of what's going on and see a little bit more about, you know, what they're thinking or what, you know, the future holds for you guys, according to the Romance Angels. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, so it's like difficult for you guys to be away from each other for very long, or maybe even at all for very long at all, you know? So it's probably not going to be too long before this starts to kind of happen, you know, for them to come back around and for them to kind of like show their face and want to talk about this, want to be around you, want to be as close to you as possible. Let's see, anything else? Let go of control issues, so allow this situation to unfold naturally. Allow it to unfold naturally because you're wanting it to happen. You're wondering when it will happen. What can I do to make it happen? You know what I mean? It's kind of like you need to just let it happen, because if you try to force it or you want it to happen a certain time or you want a desired outcome to take place or occur, it's going to be disappointing for you because nothing is going to be exactly how we had hoped or wanted it exactly, you know, to a T. So it's like, cut out all of that and just let the universe kind of take control of it, because it seems like at some point they're going to come back around. Now, at every situation in life, everything the cards could ever say, it's like we do have free will. So just know that we have free will and we can change the course of action at the you know, basically the destination at any time, just because what we do could change the whole outcome. So, you know, the whole path. So it's like, basically don't forget about that can happen, that it can change. But from now, it looks like it's kind of going to work. At some point, they're going to kind of come back and want to talk about it. Yeah, I know. I know what it is. And it says, give your relationship a chance. Oh, it's okay. And it says, work on your partnership. So yeah, again, even more so. Just let go of control issues. Don't try to have like a certain time, certain date, a certain way it's going to happen. Like, don't be trying to like make it happen all crazy and like distracting yourself from your life. Just kind of let it happen if you can, and it should happen soon. And it's saying work on your partnership. So hopefully you guys will both be able to put in the effort that's needed. But yeah, it seems like they're going to come back around, and you'll probably have to have a conversation about, you know, someone being responsible for hurting the other, or, you know, probably both of you will have to have that conversation about each other. So yeah, it looks like it could work out though, if you take the appropriate steps to make it work, right? So, okay, now we're doing Adre. Adre, what's your question? Go ahead and post your question. I'm going to post that if you don't mind. Should I reach out to Joe, or should I wait and let him reach out to me if he wants to? Good question. Let's see. So what should she do in regards to this person? Should she wait, or should she reach out? Should she initiate, or should she wait for them to? Or, you know, just tell us what we need to know about the situation, basically. Ace of Wands. So either you've had the opportunity to take action, or you're going to. You see the opportunity to take action and initiate, and you're going to take that, or it would be a good idea to take that. I don't see anything wrong with that. It seems like that's kind of the thing right here. So it's saying, yeah, I think it is saying you can initiate. Make the romantic gesture, okay? That's what this card's about. That's a Romance Angels Oracle card that says that, but this is a good example of that, you know? Go ahead and offer them something emotional, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, something like a connection. Excuse me. A connection. So, yeah. So it seems like it's kind of urging you to do this. That would be a good idea. Again, someone needs to take responsibility for something, though. Is this you, or is it them? Is that why you're reaching out? Because you want to say sorry, or you want to own up to something and kind of try to make it right? Or you want to get answers from them, maybe you want them to take responsibility for something, or it's nothing like that at all, and you just want to like make it right and reach out and see if you can do that, or, you know, just get together with them at some point and see what happens. Well, someone's gonna have to take responsibility for something. I feel like you guys aren't like new, like there is somewhat of a past, just because this is saying basically take responsibility, or it's really talking about someone who's responsible. So it's, but to me, whenever I see that handout, it's like, you know, she's wanting you to own up. So it could be you or them, but or maybe this is what needs to happen in order for it to even get off the ground. So you're welcome, Noran. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like you got to know where you're at with the person. And if this makes no sense to you, then that's what I mean. Like, you got to figure out what that is saying, what that is talking about here. Because it seems like if you don't know, then it's kind of like that's a problem, because that's what's going to need to happen. It's like you can offer the romantic gesture, but you need to own up to something, or they need to, or, you know, something about responsibility. Also, they could be an air sign, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So let's see. Anything else we can get for the situation here? Anything we need to know? Yeah. Like the reading that we were talking about the other day or yesterday. Like that reading, like a personal reading. A personal, like a really personal. Yeah, you can do that. It doesn't matter, you know, whichever payment option you want to use. I don't think I emailed you back, did I? That makes sense why you're asking that. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever you can do, or whatever you feel like doing. Yeah, for sure. You know, whichever works for you. There's a few different options there. Okay, so let's see. Anything else she needs to know? Right. Ooh, what? Yeah. Okay, so this relationship has the potential of being something stable. It's just like somebody's hiding something. And I think what it could be is, oh my God, remember we were talking about the other day? I was just thinking to myself, it could be something about like one of you is very caring and very there and available in the beginning, like very emotionally available. But as the situation plays out, you're hiding the fact that you kind of are going to leave it. The situation's going to turn into one where it's like one-sided, kind of like it's someone's being left out in the cold, or so it feels. So, and that is what we were talking about the other day, how like you are that attachment that it's kind of like when you're in relationships, right? It's kind of like something just doesn't get off the ground, or something doesn't keep going, or like maybe you feel like something would be better somewhere else, or like you just like have that whole like when you're in a relationship with a person, it's not, you can't get intimate, you can't get connected in a real way for very long, or in a very deep way. So it's kind of ruining relationships, and somebody's going to end up feeling left out in the cold and kind of like alone and kind of like distant from you. And I think maybe it's not really like you're trying to do that. So I don't really think it's like you're secretly like purposely hiding this. And you could even be hiding it from yourself. Like if we didn't talk about that the other day, it's kind of like you had no idea why this was happening. And maybe now it'll be a little easier for you to understand and maybe take the steps that you can take to improve that situation, you know, improve your own self, and maybe get to this point where it can actually be a stable situation. But you do need to make sure that you're trying to figure out what to do about that. I mean, it's not an easy thing. It's attachment. It's not simple to just, you know, but it is possible. So it is possible. And you got to take those steps if you want any of your relationships to work out or be long lasting, you know what I mean, in a healthy way. And I know nothing about that, so I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. But yeah, you know, we all got to do that work on ourselves. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Express your love. Here it is. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. There it is. There it is right there. So there you have it. Yeah, it's going to be a very passionate situation too. Interesting. Interesting. That's funny. Yeah, I love that card. That's a good card, especially for this question, you know. Good deal here. Awesome. Okay. Hi, may I know what is going to happen between me and KLR in spring? Okay. Well, let's use the romance angels first, and then we'll see kind of where, you know, the situation is, the details of it. But if this is a romantic thing, is what I'm guessing. Is this a romantic thing or not? Because if it isn't, then we won't use the romance angels. But is it a romantic thing here? Let me know if it's not, because then I'll go ahead and use it. Okay, perfect. So, okay, KLR and you. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So there's something here. It could be a good thing or a bad thing, you know, negative or positive, pro or con. It could just, you know, it could have a good influence or a bad influence. It's just basically saying it's being affected by this somehow. And some people think like, okay, what does that mean? Like, you know, we're the same religion, or we both don't believe, or we both do believe, or whatever it is. The thing is, like, it's not necessarily religion in and of itself. It's like spirituality in general, like your values, like the things that you believe in. If those are different, like some people believe in astrology, some people do not, and that's going to kind of have an effect on the relationship, you know, like your deep inner core beliefs about things and about life and about the way you're going. It's going to be important, you know, so it's being affected in some way, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It could be good too. Let's see what else. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I'm guessing this is after a period of time when you kind of are knowing what you want more, and you're kind of asking for that into the universe, to a god, into the world, whatever it is. you're asking or you're kind of manifesting it in some way, like really thinking about what you need and want. And maybe this person comes along then. Maybe you were single for a while and this is starting to happen. So it's just a situation basically that you kind of are more aware of what you want, and this is why this person's coming in. In chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Cool. So it's magnetic. It's very, very much, you know, you both are feeling this, I think, you know, and so that's good. That's good. So what's going to happen is basically your religious factors or your spiritual path somehow is going to be brought into the situation. You know, maybe you're going to ask each other what you believe or what you don't or whatever. There's something about that that's going to be important here. So keep that in mind, that if you guys are different, I feel like, though, it's not saying you're different. I feel like it's saying you're a lot alike, you know, because it's chemistry, it's calling in your soulmate, but religious factors are affecting the situation. So let's see, what else do we need to know about this situation here? What else do we need to know about this situation? What do we need to know? What does she need to know here? Okay, 9 of Cups. Let's see what this is talking about. Okay, so, okay. Yeah, third party situation here. Have you been with anyone before? Some people on here will be like, I've never had a relationship, and I'm like, what? But it is possible, so I don't want to forget about that. That is possible that you may never have had one. But here, it looks like there's a situation from the past that is going to be coming back to your attention, and it's going to be in your, you know, maybe a dilemma, maybe not, but it's looking like you're giving to someone, trying to kind of give them, I don't want to say like too much. It could be, though, it could be that you're trying to give them everything of yourself, and that kind of is, it's not always a good thing. You know, it's gotta be balanced, right? It can't just be like you giving all of yourself to a person, but it seems like you feel like they need you or they need help in some way. So you're just there for them. But that's leading you towards, you know, it's leading you towards a situation where you're thinking about the past a lot, and you may be reuniting with someone from the past, a friendship, a relationship. But I do see that third person there, you know, collaboration with a third person. So there is seemingly somebody else that's going to come back for some reason. Maybe you're going to invite them back, see them somewhere, I don't know. But to me, it seems like there's like a trigger, like you giving of yourself to this person is kind of like triggering a feeling that you've had from the past in a past relationship, like a recent past relationship or something that would, you know, it seems like for some reason that's triggering you. Let's see why this is happening. See what this is trying to say here. What is the point? Is this good or bad? What do we need to know? Very quickly, it's coming in. Trying to offer something stable. Could be a Scorpio person, an Aries person that you had waited a long time for, or that you are waiting for still, or maybe they're going to keep you waiting then, but I feel like you've been waiting for this person for a long time. Then you finally, KLR is from the past, never had a relationship. KLR is from the past. Oh, so this could be this person then, Libra as well. So are they Scorpio, Aries, or Libra? That's the sign. Those are the signs I'm getting for this, but it doesn't have to be one of those signs. It could be, though. That's why I'm mentioning it, because that's what's here. But so we have very quickly coming in here. Very, very quickly coming in. So there's that. If it's not a third party, then we're talking about collaboration. We're talking about something like underneath it all, you guys are working together on something. But basically here, it's coming in very quickly. So if you're talking to this person now, I would say that this kind of just happened very fast, you know, just abruptly. Or this is kind of like, if it hasn't happened yet, then this is what's looking like it's going to happen. And you're kind of like offering them something, either they or you are offering something stable, something somewhat stable at least. That's the idea. And then there's big changes here, or an ending. You know, maybe you have to be responsible and on your own. That's kind of what this Emperor card here is about. But then there's a waiting period. So it's kind of like this game that you're trying to balance out, but I don't really see it balancing out. It seems like karma for somebody. They're from the past. Maybe they treated you a certain way. Oh, they're a Capricorn. Okay, yeah, we don't have Capricorn here, but that obviously doesn't matter if that's what they are. You know, that's what they are. But so it's looking like, yeah, there's going to be big changes here. A responsibility. It's either that you're going to be taking on or them are going to be taking on a responsibility. Maybe that's what this relationship is. It's kind of like a responsibility, but it seems more like on your own, like a solo thing. And then waiting and then trying to balance it out. It seems like it's a back and forth game here. Like it's not really, you guys aren't really being straight up with each other, or like someone's kind of like doing something that's vague, giving mixed messages, something like that. So it's like very, very quickly this happens, but it kind of leads to a never ending back and forth. Like you guys are not really being real with each other on something, or one of you isn't, at least. Like for some reason you guys are like playing a game or something. Like why play games when it's just like, don't waste your time, you know? Like it just seems unnecessary. So yeah, try to be straight up with the person. Try to just be like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I'm looking for, and I'm not trying to waste my time. They could still try to waste your time, and that's not really something you can control, but what you can control is whether or not you're going to deal with that. So just keep that in mind, that this kind of seems like a situation where one person is kind of like sending mixed messages, or like kind of not really, he treated you in a bad way. So is it like you're trying to do that to them now? Because it seems like you're going to kind of do that now, like almost like payback or something, trying to balance the scales. It seems like it's kind of a waste of your time, honestly. You know, try not to do that. Try not to be like them. Or try not to retaliate. That's a negative energy to have. But, you know, do what you want to do. It just seems like it's going to be a back and forth thing that you're trying to, you know, make right, because of, obviously you're trying to make it right, because that's what you said, they treated you like that in the past. So yeah, justice. It's like you're trying to balance that back out. It doesn't seem like that's the way to do it though, you know? Like there's other ways to balance it out. By not fucking talking to them or forgiving them and just moving on, you know? But if you feel like you can be with them, even though they've done this to you, then that's, you know, on you. I just don't suggest retaliating in any way, you know? That's good, yeah. Okay. Jazzy, is O and H's relationship going to last long? Okay, let's see. Let's see what's, you know, the situation with them. Actually, let's use the Romance Angels Oracle first, and then I'll see like what the details of it are and what we need to know about it. If anything at all, we need to know. I mean, it's kind of a very straightforward question, so I guess I could just see what the Romance Angels Oracle says about the future of their relationship and where it's going. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So if these people, whoever they are, I don't know if it's you and someone else, or somebody else completely, some different couple completely from yourself, completely separate from yourself. If whoever this is, it's, you know, is this a couple that like seems like they would never be together? They don't ever, like, they just aren't each other's type usually. They just don't think, yeah, it's just kind of like you wouldn't think they'd be together, you know? Because it's differing from your usual type and expectations. Your soulmate, though. So if this person isn't a soulmate, then it's kind of like it could be somebody else. Like maybe this person isn't the person you're supposed to be with, or whoever we're talking about. Maybe they shouldn't be together and there's another person that's better. So keep an open mind. This isn't going to just be like this forever. You're not going to be miserable, you know? Like if they're miserable in that situation. Separation. Okay, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So like I said, you know, this could be talking about like keep an open mind, because this person you're with now that you're miserable with, don't worry, it's not the only thing that's out there for you, and your soulmate may actually differ from your usual type and expectations. So if you feel like the person that they're with now, O or H, whoever it is that they're with, you know, if they feel like that person is kind of like not usually their type, then we're talking about them. But if this person, they usually date people like this, and it's kind of like, yeah, it looks like it fits and nothing weird about it, nothing different, nothing out there, then we could be talking about that's why this separation is happening, because there's another person that they're meant to be with, whoever. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So however this ends here, it's kind of like there's a ending, a separation, and it's allowing the person, I think, with the way it's going, it seems like it's allowing the person to allow another person in that's better for them. And it's saying keep an open mind because the person's kind of not seemingly what they would usually date. But then separation is here, and then it's safe for you to love because maybe this separation ends badly, or there's some kind of like bad blood there. Maybe it just feels like you can't trust anymore for whatever reason. You know, you don't want to like give of yourself to somebody, you don't want to be vulnerable or whatever. But it's saying it's safe for you to love. So seemingly this new person is better for you, and that's why it's saying your soulmate, it may differ from your usual type and expectations. Because you can trust the person, even though it seems kind of weird and iffy. Like you're like, why would I? That's not usual for me. So it seems like that's going to work out though for them, the second person, if there's this other person coming in, you know? That's what it seems to me, like there's somebody else. That's why there's that separation. I feel like somebody's like contemplating whether or not to separate from somebody, and that's kind of like the confirmation to me that like that would be okay, you know, because you'll meet somebody else. Of course, you could do it at any time, but it's like, it seems like there's a better person for that person coming in. Let's see what we're talking about here. Give me some more details. Yeah, that person's looking for stability. Yeah, they're having to be honest with themselves and their truth. And it's not a very emotional time, but it needs to be. You know, the King of Swords is not emotional. He's cold, he's, you know, straightforward, and it's just what it is. And so, like, they're also Queen of Pentacles. So they're looking for something more stable. They're trying to get their lives together. They're trying to make sure that they have what they need to feel stable and trying to do what they need to do to make that happen. And so they're having to, like, make a lot of moves, make a lot of decisions, maybe some changes too. You know, and their judgment needs to be sharp because they have to know that they're doing this for the right reasons. And basically what that reason is for themselves and their own stability, you know, having to have their own back basically. And it's a very straightforward thing, like cutthroat, like do not lie to yourself anymore. This is what it is. This is what you need to do. See, I was about to shuffle that away, but when I noticed it, that's stability. That's the opportunity for stability all the way around. So whether that's a job, more money, a different house to live in, a different, you know, environment that is more stable and less chaotic, whatever it is, it's, yep, look at that. Ability to take care of yourself and being able to offer that to others as well. But the main idea is that like basically you can do this. You can be a stable person. So I feel like O and H, it seems like it's not going to last long. It seems like it's going to fade out, and then there's going to be, you know, the need to have more stability in one of their lives. Maybe both. Maybe they both feel that way. But it seems like there's something that they both feel is missing or not stable enough, or maybe it's just they feel like it's not going to last, maybe something like that, and something's missing and they're looking for stability. The situation is not a stable situation enough for them to feel stable. So basically, that's what they're going to be having to make moves about and look for and be honest with themselves about, you know. And then there's, when they do that, it seems like there's a new person that comes in and maybe helps them to achieve that in life, you know? It's like they're an addition. They're not like a person that they need. They're a person that comes into their lives and goes, okay, yeah, I want to help. I want to, not like help like you need their help, but help like that's the same thing I want is stability, and that's what I'm going to work toward. So if you're working toward that, then we can do this together, you know? It can work. That's what healthy is. When does that ever happen, right? But yeah, it seems like there's a need for stability, and that person, I don't think O and H will be lasting very long. It seems like there's somebody better for one or both of you that you don't even, you probably would never ever think that would be the person, but you'd be surprised. Has T told anyone about what happened between us? Let's see. It seems like they've been like doing their own thing and kind of working their fingers to the bone. Very focused on a certain project, a new project in their lives, like staying to themselves. I don't think so. But at the same time, they were trying to break free of something and just kind of be like enjoying life, like not really trying to worry about much. And so, no, I mean, if they felt the need to say anything, they would have. But again, it's not something that they were worried about. They're not worried about much. They're just kind of living their life and working their fingers to the bone, doing something they really, really enjoy and really feel focused on now. Something that really just like is something that they like to do. And it could be a new person. So it seems like they're disinterested in whatever happened. It seems like they're kind of like over that, or like not necessarily over it, but just like they're focused on something else now. I don't really think they're focused much on talking about anything that happened. It seems like they're more talking about or talking to another person. Oh, here's communication. Opportunities for communication. Let's see what this is about. Maybe they told that person that they're with now about it, or a person that they're, have their eyes on, basically. Someone they feel a connection with. Another way I'm seeing this is this could be talking about the connection that you guys had. If you felt like there was like a really strong connection between you, like a very strong, like we see eye to eye, we're just the same as the other, like basically you value what I value, you want what I want, our goals are like the same, basically our values, our needs, we see eye to eye, we understand each other very well, there's a connection. If you feel like that was the case with you guys, then I would say that they were working very hard at that situation and they saw it as something new and exciting, but also very strong in connection. And this communication between you, it's very limited because they're in their head about the situation. So again, with them, with your question, I don't really think that they're telling anyone about it because they're more in their own head about it. They're more doing time on their own about it, And if they have opportunities to communicate, it's very little or very limited. So to answer your question, I don't really think that they were telling the whole world about it. If so, they were told maybe a few people, someone close to them, but nothing's telling me they're being loud about anything. They're very to themselves right now, but trying to have an exciting, like new experience as well, but not really involving other people with it. It seems more like they're doing some new like project or something about work, some new kind of project and hobby that they're very, very focused on and into right now. Okay. Can I have a general reading? What do you see coming towards me? I love that question. What do you see coming towards me? I don't see anything really. No, I can't really see what's coming towards you, but let's see. Let's see what the cards say. Just let me know, you guys, when I'm done with this one. Just remind me. And I'll pick somebody. But, just stick around. Ask your question again after this. Okay. What's coming towards you is someone lending you a hand. A younger fire sign person. Or it's a hasty decision. So, hang on. What is this? What is this energy here with the Page of Wands? Okay. Either someone offering you like a job or some kind of lending you a hand with money or something, or it's talking about you lending someone a hand, but it seems more like it's coming to you. And then it could be a younger fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And then we have somebody being very defensive and feeling like people are against them. I feel like it's kind of like a job or something that they're offering you, or money. So a job, basically, like can you do this for money or whatever, like some kind of gig where the benefit of it is like financial or material. Maybe they're giving you something like an actual item that's material, that's not money, but it like obviously is worth money. But I mean, it seems like you're gonna get a hand and get something in return for it. Like somebody's gonna offer you some kind of like thing that you can do to help them. Or maybe they're just going to give it to you, but basically there's something where it turns around here. Or maybe you feel like it was a hasty decision to accept that. But either way, I feel like you're getting some kind of material reward out of it. And then we have here that there's this defensiveness. What's this defensiveness about? It's a good thing. It actually is a good thing. I don't really know why yet, but let's see. Okay. It seems like it's kind of a situation where it was like supposed to happen like that, because basically the good part of it is that you're feeling left out in the cold, and then it's going to come to an end. You're going to be able to end the situation, which seems odd. But the thing is, maybe this person is like, it seems like maybe they're like asking you to do something, and then they're kind of like wanting, like you didn't really expect it to be like that. Like what they're expecting of you is kind of like more than you would ever, like they didn't really mention that before. You're more than you're comfortable with, basically. So it seems like this is actually a good thing, that this will be coming to an end at some point. Like you'll be able to make that break. It won't be something that's difficult, really. You're just going to feel like you can make that happen, and you won't have to be attached to it anymore. Maybe it seems like, you know, they're trying to hold something over your head or something, and kind of hold you there and make you feel responsible, make you feel obligated to like do stuff for them because of what they've offered you. So while I do see you like getting something out of it, it doesn't seem like it's going to last very long, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be something you really want to stay in long anyway. You know, you'll probably be the one making that decision to put it to an end. Boundaries, though, that's good. You're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna be done with that, you know? Okay. Yo. Tell me about Sabrina here. What do they need to know? What's happening for them? And any advice, anything we need to know about their situation? You're going in some kind of direction here. Something is happening, being sparked. Okay, the direction of more stability. It's what a lot of people are focused on right now. I feel like the new year is starting, like everything is happening now, and people are really just trying to find more stability. Like it's not really about any icky love situations necessarily. It's more like just trying to balance yourself out again. Or it is about a love situation. But again, balancing yourself out, maybe after somebody kind of left you out in the cold, stopped talking to you, made you feel neglected or left out, or kind of just alone, you know? Or maybe it's a friendship that made you feel like that. For some reason, it seems like there's that distance between you and another person. They made you feel kind of like left out. So you're trying to balance that out and find more stability. You're trying to get back to the point where you feel like you can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need a person. It could be a friendship or a family member or a mentor or something, anything, a boss, business partner, somebody you felt attached to, though, in a way that was kind of codependent. Like you felt like you kind of needed that person to feel okay. Now you're getting to the point where you're kind of like trying to just find the stability to get back from that. Yeah. And you're going to be walking away from the situation. You may not have walked away from it yet, but it seems like that's what's going to happen. Like that's what you're going to come to decide, is that that's what's best for you. In order to kind of like not have to deal with this energy anymore, where you feel stuck to the person, like you're just trailing behind them and you're just like really not liking it, not enjoying it anymore. It's like you're going to turn into like having to like walk away and then create more stability for yourself. That's what you feel like is the thing you need to do. Younger fire sign energy, or it's talking about basically a hasty decision. Maybe you felt like it was a hasty decision to either get involved with this person in general, or you feel like it's kind of a hasty decision to be walking away from them. Let's see if that's true. It's going to be closed off, wanting them to take responsibility. Yeah, there's going to be an ending to that situation. I don't think that they're going to, because with the death card here, it's kind of saying like there could be changes drastically, but I feel like more it's saying there's going to be an ending to that situation because you're wanting them to take responsibility. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Like you think this might be a hasty decision to make. Like you're like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe that's why it's taking you a while to do it, to kind of like have boundaries and X the person out, or kind of just get your distance from something negative. but in order to create more stability for yourself. So then you're going to be closed off from the person, not taking any offers or any kind of thing that they're trying to give you at all, any kind of communication, anything. And then we have somebody trying to, get somebody to own up or take responsibility. So maybe that's what you take. The very little that you take is, okay, I'll talk to you, but you need to fucking own up and tell me, make it right, And then there's this ending here. So it's kind of like, that's not going to happen, They're wanting the easy way. They're wanting to just come back in and make it happen. It's not going to happen for you. You're like, yeah, that's not good enough for me. And it seems like you're not allowing a situation to play out anymore that was negative or toxic in some way. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Okay, career reading, please. You feel stuck in a career? You feel like your hands are tied, like you have no real choice to get out of it. Like you want to leave, but you know you can't because you have to make the money, right? Or you feel stuck because you haven't had a job in a while and you feel like you don't really know where to begin or where to start. Like you don't know who would accept you. You just are feeling stuck. You're just feeling like there's no real way out of it because of the lack of, or the time that you've had not working. You kind of feel like you just can't get out of this whole mess that you're in. And if you do have a job, then I would say you're looking for something better, and you're feeling like you can't really get out of it though at this point. So I think somebody does come along and help you though, because we have the 3 of Cups here and 6 of Pentacles. So someone's offering a hand, and it could be a good friend, someone you're celebrating with, somebody who's close and actually emotionally cares about you, is not just like a superficial friend or an acquaintance. This could be somebody from the past that you're thinking about, or maybe I feel like more though you're thinking about a past situation where you had more happiness and you didn't feel as stuck. You didn't feel like your hands were tied like this. You didn't feel like you had no other choice but to put up with the bullshit, and you're kind of like thinking about this time and you're trying to like create that again. You would really like to create that again. You're thinking about a time in the past when that was like better and more ideal for you. And also this card's indicating too that this could be where your expansion's at. So if there is something that you put on the shelf for a while from the past, like a job or anything, well, obviously we're talking about jobs here, but a career, like a hobby you wanted to get into or anything like that, something you put on the shelf because you're like, I need to make money, I need to pay the bills, I need to just take this job for now, this is going to take a little longer, or I don't even know if I can do that. You put something away for a while, but this is a time to pick it back up because this is where you can expand and really kind of see your ideas take off. So I think that, career advice, there's something from your past that you put on the shelf, a hobby or an idea or, a field of work that you put on the shelf for a while, and now it's time to pick it back up and see where you can go with that. And I think you will be able to make success off of that idea. It's more the time to do it now than it was in the past. So think of something from your past that you kind of put away or don't consider anymore. It might take you a while to really remember what it is because there could be a few things. And we could be talking about a few different things here, We could be talking about a few different things. It's something that you basically, though, gave up on or kind of put away for a while and you haven't thought about it in a long time. This is the thing that you probably are going to find most success with now, is what it seems to be saying. So think about all those things from the past that you put away that you need to bring back into your current life and try to make happen. There is not a list, but I will answer this question for you. Pinky Witchy 50 Martin. I love that name. Okay. General for her. 10 of Swords. I hate that card, don't you? 10 of Swords. So, a betrayal. Unexpected, might I add, because look, along with that, we have the Moon. So it makes sense why it would be unexpected. maybe even now at this point today, you do not understand what this thing is talking about because maybe it hasn't happened yet. But if it has, then it's likely that you're still very confused about how it happened, why it happened, what the whole thing was. Like, what's the, you can't understand because it's just so, you just can't, it was so unexpected, You just can't comprehend why somebody would do this and, things like that you're wondering. But if it hasn't happened yet, then I would say that there's probably someone around you pretty close that you trust that isn't trustworthy, and because it's unexpected betrayal. You see how his stomach's on the ground and the swords are in his back. So it's like he didn't have any time to like defend. They did it when he wasn't looking. They stabbed him. So basically you didn't expect that, you didn't see that coming at all. So it's like, it could be a younger fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This card keeps coming out. So that's why I keep saying that. Also a Pisces, it's possible. But, or you feel like maybe it was a hasty decision to even get involved with this in the first place. And so now you're kind of seeing how that played out, and maybe the moon is kind of like the effect of it is not as strong because now you're starting to get out of the fog and see more like why this happened or how you could let it happen. Not that it's your fault to get betrayed, but maybe you're starting to make more sense of it now. Like, yeah, I kind of made a hasty decision getting involved with that. I guess I could have avoided that maybe by not doing that or by paying attention to the red flags and stuff. But, if it hasn't happened yet, then I would say that it could be a younger fire sign person, or it's something that is basically a hasty decision that you kind of made or are making. Well, that you made a hasty decision. And that's kind of what you feel at the end of it all is the cause of the situation. Again, not that you deserved it or that, maybe even could have prevented it because you can't really control what other people do. But again, if it's a hasty decision that you made, then maybe you can kind of see why that wasn't such a good decision to just go with that and trust it and then get fucked over by a person that was not trustworthy, that you did not think was untrustworthy. It's kind of a shitty situation, but the cool thing about the Ten of Swords is when he's on the ground and his arms are at either side, but his arm is showing his hand. It's still like up, so he's like laying down and his hand is up still. So the symbolism for that is like they're accepting what it is and they're, allowing themselves to kind of move on to the next phase of life, whatever that is, whatever you believe in, reincarnation or whatever you believe or don't believe. Basically what it's saying is like there's still hope in the situation. Like you're kind of accepting of it and like you need to just kind of accept it and let it go and just be, it's not something that's going to like drag you down, tear you down and make your life just horrible after that, just like everything is shit and I can't get over it, Yeah, so hopefully it's not talking about them. Are you younger than them? Are you younger? Because we did see the young fire sign energy there. Are you younger than the Gemini person you're talking about? Because if so, then I mean, obviously you could be fucking them over, they can be fucking you over, but let's see what the Romance Angels Oracle say about your relationship. Sag and Gemini. He's younger. And so he's not fire, so yeah, no. Okay, let's see what it says about your relationship. Where's it going? What's the purpose? What is the situation here? That's what the Romance Angels are for. We're looking at the relationship and what do we need to know and how far is it going to go and what's the purpose and what is it, basically. What is it? What's its meaning? What's happening here and what's the potential? Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So when it's saying like let go of control issues, I know the other day you asked about this person as well. And I think the reason it's saying let go of control issues is because you're asking about this person. You keep asking about like, how is it going to play out? Or like, what do you need to know about it? And like, what, are they, is it good? The thing is like, or are they my soulmate? The thing is, like, I don't know, you have some kind of issue with it. You're having some kind of issue with it, right? That you don't feel comfortable with or something, to where you're asking that a lot. And so I think basically you're going to have to figure out what that is, because there's something that you're not sitting right with. But it's not going to be exactly what you want it to be. Like, you're asking these things, and maybe if you get an answer, is that going to change what you're doing? Like, try to just accept what it is, and if you're not comfortable with it, try to figure out what it is that you're not comfortable with, because obviously there's something that you're not comfortable with here. And it's saying let go of control issues because you're trying to figure out what this is and maybe change it or something, or try to figure out, and it's like you're kind of trying to put too much on it, you know what I mean? Like, just let it be. And if you can't be comfortable letting it be, then we got to figure out why. Finances and career could be part of it. So maybe it's personal, maybe it's, you're just feeling kind of like this can't, maybe this person wouldn't, this shouldn't be happening. Like, you know, like maybe feeling like you don't, like it's too good to be true or something. So allow this situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, stop trying to, figure out what it is or why, or, you got to know, you got to try to figure that out, within yourself though. Like, why are you feeling uneasy about it? There's some reason. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So it's funny you'd say that right now, because so maybe the reason it hasn't happened is because finances and career. Is that possible? But if not, then it's basically saying not for long, because look, engagement. So it's not necessarily saying though that there's an engagement like marriage. It's just saying your love life is going to ascend to a higher level of commitment. So maybe they're going to show you that they're more committed now, or you're going to feel that way because of what they're doing and what they're trying to show you or prove to you. They're going to be making some changes and making it a little easier for you to trust it, or you guys are getting closer, basically, is what it's saying. And if they want to put marriage into that, that's possible, but it's not necessarily talking about marriage. I just want to make that clear. It's not necessarily saying that you guys will get engaged, but it's saying that, you're going to get closer, basically, or that's looking like that's what's there. Okay. May I know what are Ben's feelings towards me? Yes. Let's see what they're feeling toward you. How is Ben feeling about this person? Are you an earth sign, first of all? Or are they? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn? It seems like they're feeling like people are against them. And then the Seven of Swords is here, but I feel like it's a trick, almost like they're trying to get you to feel bad for them or something, because then they're running away with either your money, your stability, your peace of mind, like whatever the stability is. But they're basically like, they're sneaking off with that. They're running away with that, with yours. So they're saying everyone's against them, and maybe you kind of help them out or give them some kind of like hope. But like at the end of it all, I see somebody waiting. I see somebody waiting like for stability, for money, for something to grow. But the Seven of Pentacles is more about like, to me, it's never really, it can be positive, but to me, it never really is. I mean, it seems more like I don't want anyone to be waiting around for something. Sometimes you have to be patient, like wait for the next step to happen, or, you know, it's not really up to you. You kind of have to, that's on them, balls in their court. They need to make that move. And you're just waiting for them to do that. But the thing is, like, waiting for that is kind of wasting your life, you know? Don't be like waiting for somebody to do something, because you're going to be waiting for a while, you know? So if you're waiting for something from this person, you might never get it, you know? They could be just like leading you on or trying to get something out of it without having to put much effort into it, is what I feel like. And they feel like they can just do that, like they could just sneak off with it and maybe make it seem like something else while they're actually just getting something from it and not really having to put much effort forth. So just be careful of that. It seems like they're kind of sneaking and trying to run off with some kind of benefit to them, and you're going to be waiting a while for them to be giving back anything, basically, for you to get anything out of it. Emotional, you know, whatever it is, you know, anything of a benefit to you. It seems like they're getting something out of it and not really giving anything. And they feel like they can just do that. It's kind of shitty. So I'd be careful with that. Okay. Ana Paula Ortega. General love reading. Let's see about the romance angels for you. See what they're saying here. What do we need to know about her love life? Anything coming in for her love life here? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So if this is talking about like you're just getting through a breakup right now, or maybe you're gonna meet somebody like is a mutual friend of one of your friends, you know, a mutual friend, and you're gonna start dating them. Let your friends help you for some reason in your love life. Let your friends help you. Do not isolate. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So it could be a friend of yours, maybe. Or again, maybe a mutual friend of yours that you just haven't really considered in a romantic way. Or maybe you've had a past with the person, but for some reason your friends are involved. Maybe they get you guys back together or something like that. Or they get you guys started, you know, they introduce you. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this could be the one, but it's unrequited. So if this is a person from your past, it could be like a back and forth thing where like you get back together, maybe your friends help make that happen, and then again, it's kind of this thing that fades out, or it's just not, there's not enough there for you guys to like continue. So maybe it's this on again, off again thing. but let your friends help you. Again, another thing that let your friends help you thing could be saying is like when you're going through something, and it's like let your friends be there and support you because that's what they're there for, you know. But this could be the one and unrequited love. Maybe that's what happened recently, and you know, you felt like somebody was really the person that you were going to be with, and then it didn't work out, and that's kind of why it's saying let your friends help you. I mean, it could be a few different things, but basically here there's a situation that kind of fades out after being something. It fades out and it's not able to like continue because it's just not, there's not enough there. So interpret that however you will. Let your friends help you. You'll know better than I know what that's saying for you. But if it hasn't happened yet, then I think it could be like them introducing you to somebody or getting you together with someone, you know. But it might not work out. Like for in the long run, it could seem like it's actually a good thing, but it won't work out in the long run. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I feel like this comes out a lot when people are like going through something and they're waiting around for a person or they're waiting around for a certain relationship or a connection, and it's like free yourself because you know you're allowing them to have control over you. You're letting them kind of control your life even if they're not doing that like purposely. You're allowing them to by letting it have such a hold on you, you know. So it's saying free yourself because that's your advice. Like you got to free yourself and give yourself a life. You can't be hanging on to this for too long. So it seems like there is some kind of connection, or maybe this is just the whole idea for you of being in a love relationship. You want that really bad, but it's kind of like holding you back and holding you down from doing other things that you could really be experiencing and having happiness in life. Like you're kind of focused on that. And it's, you don't need to be. It's something that's kind of holding you back, it seems like. I feel like that's a lot of people, though. It's not just you. Okay. Is Queen Bean still here? Milika? Ex Xena? Corinna? Or Karina? Okay. I was just counting how many I've done so far. I have actually done over 10, but I'll do another one and then we'll stop the free list there. So yeah, I'll do another one. And then if you guys want readings, donations, if not, then I'll just get going. We've done this wow, an hour. We already did that many questions. That's pretty good. It's never like that for me. It's always like forever before I even get to 10. I don't know why that is. It's weird. Cool though. Okay. Let's see. You're welcome, Anna. Thank you. Oh yeah, let me take your question off there. Okay. Anna and CC. Can I have a work reading, please? Thank you. Yes. Tell me about Anne's work. What does she have to look forward to? Any advice? What do we need to know? Walking away from a situation, getting your distance, separating from it. Not really, reluctantly so, you're doing it. You're doing this in a way that you don't really want to, but it's like you have to for some reason. It's sad, but you are walking away from something. Or traveling. You could be traveling away maybe from something, or basically just yeah, I like that too, Allison. So you're having to walk away from something maybe you don't feel like you really want to, or that you're ready, but that's what you're doing. Hasty decision. Is it really a hasty decision, or do you just feel like it is now? So you are gonna be taking on a lot more responsibility here. So maybe you're not really feeling ready to do that. And it feels like it's a hasty decision. You're just doing it. But the thing is, I don't really see it as hasty. It could also be talking about an Aries person. But it's a position, I think, of, you're going to have a lot more responsibility in this position that you're moving towards. That you might have to move cities or states or something. You're traveling, like going over the ocean, going over the water to some other place and having to, and this is it's a job of more stability though. Or I mean, more responsibility. But you're feeling kind of disconnected, I think, from the people, like wherever you're going, or maybe this new workplace. If it's just a workplace you're going to and it's not like traveling, then it's like you're kind of closed off and you're not really taking or giving anything out. Like you're not like really trying to socialize, or maybe you're missing the place you came from, or you just don't feel like you fit in yet. So at first it might seem like you don't fit in. Maybe it's because the level of responsibility you have, people are mad about that because maybe they've been there for a long time at that workplace and you're just kind of coming in and getting this like high position of responsibility, and they're not really happy with that. So they're kind of alienating you or kind of like outcasting you, but you just feel very like closed off from everybody. And I feel like that's not really like you want to be that way, but it just is that way maybe because the people around you are making it that way. Like they're not really welcoming or inviting, or it's just that you're like not really feeling great about being away from what you know already, which is what you're around now, It's what you're doing now. you're going to be moving away from that and going towards something else. But at first, it's going to seem a little bit like maybe this wasn't the right decision. Maybe I hastily made this decision. Maybe I shouldn't have done that just how I did and so quickly and so like, just suddenly. But I think it's going to be a level of responsibility for you that's actually, I don't see it as bad. I think it's just right now in the beginning. It kind of seems like hard to adjust to, but it seems like it's, a level of responsibility. I just don't really see it as bad. I mean, they're trusting you with that level of responsibility. So it seems like, a good position that you'll be in or a good, job. But it's just walking away from the one you're at now and maybe having a little fear with that and feeling like it's maybe not the right decision, but it seems like it should be the right decision. Like it should be a better situation for you with a lot more freedom, a lot more ability to kind of like do what you need to do and not have so many people over your head. It's kind of like you're in authority now in some way. So it's not as restricting, or it doesn't feel like you're just can be replaced. You feel like you're important in the workplace, but by the people around you, not yet, not so much. It seems like at first it's kind of hard to adjust, and maybe people aren't too happy with, or not that they're not happy with it. It's just, or maybe it is that, but it just seems like they're not really so open or inviting, or, just happy to welcome you. It's kind of seems like a little, you're closed off from everyone at first. Dots, what is your question? Okay. Okay. Do we have dots here? I think we did like 14. I think we did over 10, 14. So let's see. Okay. Goodness. Jesus. Look at this. Yeah, I go live pretty often. I hadn't recently, like it's since the new year, it's been like once or twice, I think, but I'm gonna try to be going, yeah, I'm gonna be doing 3 to 4 nights a week. I try to do as much as I can, I can't be doing it every day, but I try to do as much as I can. We go for pretty long sometimes, so it's kind of like, it's kind of a thing that I have to like prepare myself for and get ready to be sitting there for like sometimes 5 hours. I've done 5-hour lives. So, yeah, I do go live pretty often. I try to go a few times a week for sure. What was your question, Allison? Yeah, there was a few questions that I missed. There's a few questions up there that I skipped over. I didn't realize I did. That's why I was saying all those names earlier and wondering if they were still here, because I didn't mean to skip over them. I just, by the time I was done finished with the reading I was on, I just, I didn't see those ones because I'm just, scrolling through. But I did notice there was quite a few that I didn't see. Hey, Dragon. Dragon Emperor. What are your guys' signs? I'm a Virgo. What is Aquarius girl feeling after our hookup yesterday? Ooh. What? What is Aquarius girl feeling after our hookup yesterday? Okay. They want to do it again. I think. I mean, that's what it seems to me, because they're looking at it and thinking about it, like what happened, and wanting to maybe expand on that, expansion. They want it to, like, they're seeing everything it's become. It's like what it can become, and then they're celebrating and wanting a reunion. So I think it's fair to say that they enjoyed that situation yesterday. I think it's fair to say that they had a good time, they want to do it again. Did you get, what the heck? Look, I'll give you something if you do it. Look at press pending. You probably get something out of it too, though, right? No? You get 15 as well? Because I'll give you half if you do it. Do you have a card? You don't have any cards? I don't think you have to. It just says add a card. Like, I don't think it has to be their card. Do you have a card that they would accept? I think that it just says add a card and send 5. So you could send me 5 and then I'll send it back or whatever, but then it can. Anyway, that's weird. That's what it was telling me. Did you okay. Allison. Yeah, where did you send the donation, Ariane? Like, which thing did you send it to? What will happen if I message B? I miss our friendship. Okay. Oh, you know what we could use for this one? It's the karma cards. Karma cards, because it's an outcome question. What's going to happen if da 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 da? So we can ask the karma card. Okay. Planets. What's going to happen if you text B? I miss our friendship. Planet. Signs. Okay, yeah, I'll check right now, Anne May, okay? And thank you, by the way. Okay, let's see. Signs and houses. Okay, so Venus in Libra in the first house. Venus and Libra in the first house. Okay. And now we're going to look at the outcome question or answer. The attraction of cooperation to perfect who you are. It might kind of seem like it doesn't make sense, but just listen to all of them and see if you can kind of understand what it's saying to you. Wait. That's weird. Did I just delete that? Oh no, got it. I was like, where'd that go? There's the other one. And then there's another one. And then I think that's a yes. I think that's a you should do it. The attraction of cooperation to perfect who you are. You're wanting to reunite with the person. You feel like you're just better with that person in your life, the friendship, you're wanting to have a better life, a better experience. I think it's saying basically like that's what you're wanting now, is this is what's kind of like what you're attracted to now, is the cooperation to perfect who you are. And cooperation meaning two people trying to cooperate with something. So it's kind of like if it will work, you want it to work out, you want it to kind of make it, you want to make it happen. You feel better with this person in your life. Pleasure from, and that, helps you create a better you because you feel better about life and all that. You feel like this friend is better to have in your life. Pleasure from decisions about your desires. That's what you want. You desire this, you want this. So pleasure from that. Good times resulting from the fairness shown by your actions. So I think it's fair. Maybe if you have to like apologize or something, or just put it out there, trying to make it work with the person, the friend, and it seems like it's gonna work. It seems like that's it seems like that should work out for you. Computer, please. Jesus. It seems like that will be a favorable outcome for you. So I think that should work out. I want to make amends. Yeah, exactly. You're trying to, perfect who you are, make it better, make better choices, make life better, do the right thing. And you desire this, you'll have pleasure from that. And it'll be fair, like the fairness of your actions. You want to make it right. That's fair. So you trying to do that, I feel like will be a good outcome. So that's cool. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why you shouldn't do that. It's cool. It's good. Fairness. And that would be fair, right? To say, make amends and say you're sorry or whatever you need to do, right? I think you should do it. I think you should go for it. Okay, I'm gonna check PayPal. Okay. Oh yeah, it's a different account. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yes, I did. Ariana? Ariane. I'm sorry, Ariane. Yes, I did get it. What was your question? Anne May, is that what it is? Was that the one? Yes, okay. Okay. Can I get a reading about pregnancy? When will it happen? Thank you. So, let's see if it will happen first, right? Because we don't know for sure if it's going to, so we can't just say that, but like when will it happen? Oh, it will happen. I don't know for sure if it will. So let's see what we can find out about this, okay? Okay. Oh, okay. You feel like you don't have much support about it. Maybe you've been trying it this a long time and it's kind of starting to feel like people are against you or people are kind of like negative about it or something. You've been waiting a long time. You feel like you're on your own with this. You still have hope though. And maybe that's a good idea because it's saying have faith. All the information for that is in the description, okay, Dragon? Okay. Okay, so basically for you, Anne, I feel like you've been waiting a while for this to happen, and it's saying have faith and have hope at the end of it. So I feel like, you know, it's not all hope is lost yet, but basically you feel kind of like you're on your own with this, you know? And you kind of feel like people are against you, it seems like, or like against what you're trying to do, or they're not really like on your side or supportive of it, it seems like. And you're like, I have to make a decision soon. Like we have to come to an agreement. Like I have to like do something about this. Like you feel like time is running out or something. And but you also feel like it's one-sided, like you're doing all the work by yourself. That's what it feels like. It feels like you think it's just you here, basically. You don't have much support about it or encouragement, it seems like. And you've been waiting a long time and you're wanting to like make a decision already. You're wanting to like know, is it going to happen or not? And so the best thing that I could say really is like, it's saying have hope, have faith. So I almost want to say like what the Romance Angels Oracle would have said, which is let this situation unfold naturally. You know, you can't force it, especially with things like this. It's very, you know, it's like sensitive. So It's saying have faith. We can see if there's like a time range. I don't really do time ranges in a precise way. You know, we can see what number comes out and it'll be like that number in the month. Like say it says 7 of something, then that will be like, oh, the 7th of the month possibly, or maybe the 7th month of the year, maybe in 7 days or in 7 weeks or in 7 months or in 7 years. But it's not going to be like exactly precise, you know? The link for it is in the description, Dragon. What do you mean? Yeah, no, you just gotta go to the link. But you know what you can do instead is for PayPal, if you can't like go to that, if that link isn't working, this is the official link. So yeah, we can get a time range here, or you know, somewhat of a time range for you. Yep, more than 4 years. Yeah, so maybe it's the, you know, let's see what the number is here. Tell me what we need to know about, and I'll do an action one for you too. For the karma cards, I'll do an action, an action answer for you, so you can kind of see maybe a step that you can take in that direction, if anything. Okay, Queen of Swords, taking responsibility for something, owning up to something, kind of being responsible, being responsible. Maybe it's not the time because you don't have enough stability in your life, or you know, you need to get more serious about it. Like, not that you're not serious about it. I don't want to say that. Of course you're serious about it, but maybe you don't understand all that it's going to be, you know, expecting of you. Like maybe you think you understand it, but it's like, you know, you're not really considering, like, you know, maybe the cards are saying like, you think you know, but psh, girl, this is a lot. Are you sure you want to do this? You know, it's like saying like, get ready. This is going to be a big thing. You know, it's going to require you to have a lot of responsibility here. It's like, no shit, right? I don't know. It's coming out like that for some reason. So maybe it's saying like, you need to get more real about this. Maybe it's not the time yet. You know, you got to get a few more things together first, you know, just to make it better for yourself. And King of Cups. See, it's not giving us a number. But the thing about it is these are very strong energies. This is like the court cards. So basically, there's the caring aspect to it. You're very caring, nurturing. Yeah, I think it'll. I don't want to just say that because that's very sensitive. To me, it seems like though that it's almost like it's like you're like this would be a good thing for you. Like obviously, like I can kind of see it happening because it's saying that caring, nurturing side. Maybe it's just not the time. You're just not ready yet. Maybe there's something that you're not focused on like you should be. You know what I mean? There's something that you're just not like considering that needs to be considered. Like something needs to be considered more seriously about this situation. And it's just saying basically like this is like a big responsibility you're not ready for yet. It's just not the time. You need more of this or that, or you just don't have, you know, exactly everything that you need to make this happen yet. But, you know, the star cards there, have faith, have hope, positive, you know, positive thoughts, positive mindset, don't be negative, don't give up, kind of thing. So it seems like it will at some point happen. It just isn't the time yet, which is kind of, you know, probably hard to hear that, but it's just what's coming out for me here. So let's see. Maybe it's not too far off. That's why it's not giving us a number. But it's just something you need to kind of like get serious about in a different way. But let's see what the action is, okay? I want to give you an action answer too. Yep, it's 12. The planets deck seems a lot lighter than the other ones, but they each have 12. I don't know, it just feels a lot lighter. Give us an action for her. What's the action that she needs to take here to further this along? Okay, I feel like that's the one. Of course, Saturn. Lessons, responsibilities, discipline. course. Okay. What action does she need to take here? In Scorpio. Houses. 5th house? 4th house? $11th house. Okay. Shoot. All right. So the action. Be realistic about the extraordinary power of prayer for humanity's sake. Okay. That's the first one. That's spiritual. So have hope, have faith, right? Now this is the mental. What did I say? This is the mental. This is for you to like think about. How does that resonate? I mean, what were we just talking about, right? Oh my God, this one too. Oh my God. I love these cards. Okay, so the spiritual is be realistic about the extraordinary power of prayer for humanity's sake. The mental is be concerned about the highest and lowest aspects of your hopes and wishes. And the physical is you must wait before you can control the situation and do it for the future. That's crazy. That's kind of what we were just talking about, isn't it? That's cool. Yeah. That is Saturn in Scorpio in the 11th house. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. You're welcome. That was a cool reading. Don't give up. Don't do it. Don't even think about doing it. Okay? Okay. Did somebody else donate? I did not see. Let me see. I think somebody else said something. Virgo goddess. Okay, Dragon Emperor and Virgo goddess. Okay. So is that both of you, Virgo goddess and what was it? Something Emperor? I totally just blanked. Dragon Emperor. Okay. Larissa. Okay, for Virgo goddess. Okay, and then the other is PayPal. Let's see here. Looks so angry. Really not. Okay, Justin Rivers. Is that Justin Rivers is Dragon Emperor? Just making sure. Okay, so I'm taking that as a yes. That's you, Justin. Okay. So is my move going to help pick? Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. What's the question? Okay. Is my move going to pick my love life up? Help pick my love life up. Use tarot, please, and thank you. Is my move going to help pick my love life up? Okay, let's see. What are we going to have in this new move here? What are we going to find? What is going to come into his life? Anything about love? What do we need to know? Is there love coming into his life because of this move? Or due to this move after this move? What do we need to know about this move in regards to his love life? And will there be improvements or something happening in his love life? Okay, it looks like you got a stable work position. Ooh, all right. Honesty is going to be the most important thing for you, okay? Honesty. So this isn't just saying honesty like with people. It's saying be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and make sure others are honest with you. It's like duh, right? But just saying. It's something that's important. It's being brought out here. It's being highlighted. So basically there is, I see Scorpio, possibly. It could be a Scorpio, but it's just, it could also be talking about just an ending or a change. We're talking about maybe an earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have the Seven of Swords here, so I don't like that. That means somebody's sneaking, hiding, trying to take something. It looks like a lot of pentacles are coming out here, so it's basically saying, hang on a second. Let me just... I feel like somebody comes into your life that is not really trustworthy, and they could just be trying to kind of like get something out of it or take from you, you know? If you have a good job, you make good money, or you have money right now, you have valuables or something, then it's seemingly the case is that somebody is going to come in and want to kind of, you know, take or gain something from you, get something out of it, right? the thing is, they want to kind of expand on, like, see what they can get out of it. It doesn't seem like they're trustworthy, like they're kind of just taking, because it looks like you have money you have money or valuables. Like, you're in a good position. You're in a position of, like, I'm good, I have what I need and want, for the most part, materially, like, material wise. He's got his jewels and his greens. I mean, his pentacles and he's got what he needs. He's got, the good stuff. Kind of like anything he really kind of wants, he's got value. He's, material wise. So, and we're seeing a change. We're seeing you, instead of being alone here in this throne, we're seeing you offering that to others. Maybe you meet somebody that be mindful, like, notice, take note, like, pay attention to, if you see somebody you start to kind of like fall for or be interested in, kind of want to see where that goes. A person who kind of needs help, a person who's like down and out in their, like a damsel in distress almost, like a person that you're kind of attracted to the person, but they're kind of needing some help. They're not in the same position as you, most definitely. They're not in the same position as you. They can't offer you what you can offer them material wise. I feel like it's about material, money. It's about, like, what you can offer. But you see them as someone needing help, and you're like more than happy to do that. It seems like that's a change from what you're usually doing. It seems like you're not usually that kind of person who does that, but this person somehow has gotten your attention, but I think that they're going to try to just take, like, I don't think that they're going to be in it for love. It seems like, and maybe you're not either. Maybe you're in it for excitement or whatever you see in the person, but it seems like you're going to be offering them something, some kind of help, financially, material wise, or maybe a place to live, some kind of stability you're going to be giving to them. And I feel like they're just going to be taking advantage of that, seeing what they can get out of it, and kind of just, taking more than's even offered at the end of it, like maybe stealing from you or something. And if not literally stealing, then it's like just sneaking the fact that they're just trying to get something out of it. Like, they're not really in it for the relationship. So I'd be careful with that. It seems like, there's somebody coming in. It could be a Scorpio. It might not be, but that's that's one of the cards that came out, is a Scorpio card. But it could just be talking about that change, because it's the death card. So basically, if it's not a Scorpio, don't pay too much attention to that. Like, pay attention if there's a Scorpio who's a damsel in distress. Pay attention to that. Most definitely, that's a few things here. But if it's not a Scorpio and it's a damsel in distress kind of energy like that, and they need help, same thing. It doesn't have to be. But this is the card. And it could also just, if it's not Scorpio, it's representing basically this kind of behavior for you is different. Like, you don't usually just give your money or want to help people like that, like just a person you just met that you're attracted to. Usually you want to date a person who's on your level, or someone who, can take care of themselves, not someone who needs all this help. But that's kind of what you're doing by helping this person out. And you're wanting to do that because you're interested. You feel like they aren't just using you. You feel like, okay, yeah, I can do that, and you're being nice, and you just, you feel like you want to do that. But it seems like that person's, and obviously, right, they're good, because that's not something you usually do, and they're getting you to do it. So kind of, it's like, yeah, they're kind of a manipulator, or seemingly, if they're getting you to, if they can get you to do that you don't usually do, but you're doing it. And then what do you know? They're really not a trustworthy person. So yeah, it seems like they're not a good decision if you go for that. Try not to go for that. Try to, but this person would be a damsel in distress type character, like a person who needs help and is kind of like, oh, like, probably very beautiful, probably very, attractive, but it's like they're playing a game. They're trying to get something out of it. And so don't just trust anybody, Well, you're admitting it. That's pretty big of you. I don't really hear many people admitting that. That's cool. I mean, that's, there's a start. I think it's pretty cool too, Sarah. But yeah, so, pay attention to anybody like that. I think there's somebody coming in that's going to try to get your attention somehow, and they may very well get your attention. I feel like you're going to be doing different things that that you don't usually do for this person, and it might not be a good decision to just do that. So just, be careful with that, just pay attention to these things, this type of person coming around and being around you and wanting and needing something from you, just try not to date people like that. Try to date somebody who can offer you something as well, you know? Not something that you're just giving them, something that they could very well just take and be using you for, you know? But again, it might feel kind of like it's out of your control because you're so attracted. Like, I feel like they're that good. You know, you usually don't just give money to strangers like that or start dating people that need all this help and you're just giving all this help. But this kind of seems like what you're going to be doing or what they're going to, you know, you feel like you want to do. So just, you know, don't do it. Like, you know, just know that that person's not trustworthy. I don't see them being, I see them just wanting to take more from you in the end, you know, than they really deserve or then really is offered. It's not about love for them. It seems like they just need to get something from you, unfortunately. Yes. Okay. And then Virgo goddess, your question was? Oh, gotcha. Will the hiring person at Symmetria Recovery Clinic offer me a position before I start my new job on the 18th of this month? Wow. Dragon Emperor, that's kind of what it's talking about, huh? Dang. Okay. Wow. Okay, so will the hiring person at Symmetry Recovery Clinic offer me a position before I start my new job on the 18th of this month? So you got another job in line too. Wow. I'm just trying to make sure I have this right. So you have a job and a position starting, another position starting, a new job. You want to know if this other place will offer you a position before you start this new job on the 18th. So will you get a job offer before the 18th, basically? Okay. It looks like you're feeling like your hands are tied, pretty stuck. Maybe it's just because you're waiting for an answer and you kind of feel like you're just like stuck in the meantime. But also at the same time, you're like moving forward. But you're trying to figure out which way forward. You're trying to figure out, you know, the sphinxes here at the bottom, the white and the black. Which one is going to take you in the direction you want to go? Because no doubt he's taking a direction, but which direction do I take? So it's kind of like you have many different options here. You know, like you've already indicated here, you have another job lined up, but you'd like to know if you're going to get this one as well. So it seems like, yeah, you're just kind of like trying to figure out what's the best mode of action right now. So, yeah. Okay, so thank you, Dragon. Okay, so yeah, you're trying to figure out which way to go. You feel kind of stuck in a position right now while you're waiting. Yeah, you're waiting. Yep. Again, you're waiting for somebody to give you what you need to kind of move forward. Let's see. Just kind of seems like you're waiting. Let's see. We know that. So what's going to happen here? What's the likely outcome to the situation? Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so what do we need to know about the situation? Like, what can we look forward to here? New beginning, fresh start. Is this a job that's like something you've never done before, something that's totally like new and fresh for you? Like you've never done anything like this, and it's something that would be a really new, exciting, like birth, like a new thing for you. Is that kind of what the deal is, or is it something is not too new to you? It's yes, one is for a sure start day. One is for a sure start day, but I'll be happy if the other job offers me because I like the hours better. Okay. Well, to me, it seems like yes. It seems like you will because there's a new beginning, you know, but we could be talking about this new job. That's the new beginning. So let me try to get a little more information here. just to be sure, just to get a confirmation for us, you know? Tell me about this Empress here. What is this new beginning we're talking about here? What is this new beginning? Is this a new job? Is this the other job she hasn't gotten an answer for yet? I mean, what? Tell me about this new, or tell me about this recovery clinic. Give me the energy on that. Are we seeing anything with that in the future, or are we seeing nothing with that in the future? Tell me about this clinic here and her position there. Tell me about her position there. Okay. All right. Interesting. So somebody is very just straightforward, honest, cutthroat, not really trying to explain much, just like this is what it is or not. Then it looks like there's probably there's probably competition, because we have somebody like sneaking and trying to like do things in order to get this position. So I don't know if that's you or somebody else, but it seems like they're not giving, like for some reason there's not giving or taking of anything. So maybe they're not offering you something, or this is you kind of closed off from them. But it seems like maybe somebody's like telling them, like if you're up against somebody for this position that you know that doesn't like you, I would say like it's something like that. Like they're telling people things so that they don't offer you something, because it's like a very closed off, like not giving or taking any offers, but being very stubborn, like it's almost childish, like just like like no. And it's just, you know, because you see this cloud here offering that cup, and he's just like no. It's like very stubborn. So it's just, I don't really feel like it's you being closed off like that, for like, unless you feel like this is just, you don't want to take on any more or something. I mean, it just seems like there's somebody very cold about it though, and very cutthroat, and just kind of like, that's it, like no, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, that's what it is. Just not even explaining anything. Let's see what this is talking about. Who is the Four of Cups here, and why is the Seven of Swords here? Because, you know, it's somebody trying to like steal the position away or sneak something and take, you know, and just maybe that's you trying to like, I don't know, get something. Like it's not necessarily shady, but it just seems like kind of weird. Wheel of Fortune. That's what the Four of Cups is there for. So it's saying basically you're going to hold back, and that's going to be a better thing for you. But what are they? I don't want to like lead you in the wrong direction. So what are they holding back on? Is it the new job, or is it this job? What are they holding back on? What is the Four of Cups? Strength, or a Leo person? Strength. Okay. Money. Which one makes more? You like the one with more hours, but which one makes more? It's like holding out for the better position. Well, that makes more, basically, because this is all the way around. This is money. This is a lot of money. Not like a lot, like the lottery, but you know, you're going to be making good money at the job. So is that the job that you're getting now, the one that you have on the 18th? Is that the one that makes more? Because it seems like you're being like advised to hold back, like hold off on something and not take anything, not take any offers, and be strong and hold strong until you get the one that's making more. So I don't want to tell you to not take that job on the 18th. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of seems like it could be saying something like it's not going to be on the 18th, but it could be after the 18th, but you wouldn't want to go to the other job. The thing is though, here's the thing. I wouldn't say like don't go to the other job. If anything, go to the other job. And if they offer you something, then you can make your decision then, you know, but don't like leave yourself with nothing. Like don't like not go to the other job. If you have a new job, why not? You know what I mean? You can always quit. But or like, you know, maybe even do both if that's possible, but maybe you'll end up liking it too. You might end up liking that one. It just seems like don't take any offers. So it could be maybe you will get an offer, but for some reason it's, you know, don't take any offers, hold strong for the one that's going to make you more money. Because for some reason there's one that's going to be better for you financially. It's going to be all the way around better. 10 of Pentacles. It's not like, no question really. You know, it's basically just saying you're going to make a lot of money from it. Or one of them makes more money. One of them's better for you financially. So there's one of them that makes more money. It could be that you have more responsibility with one of these jobs as well. So it's like hold off, before taking on too many things, because there's one of them that's just better for you, and you're going to know that once you're there. Just one has better hours. Does one of them have more of a, position of responsibility? Like whatever you're doing, it's like you're in a higher position, not necessarily higher, but it's like a position of more responsibility, basically. Like less people looking over you and you looking over more people, like having a lot more that they are trusting you with, the position. Like you're not just replaceable. I mean, you could be, but like still, it's just saying one of them is like requires more responsibility on your part. But in a way, that's a good thing, because that means they trust you, with more. More responsibility is good, because that means they think you're a good worker. The one on the 18th is more responsibilities. Okay. So yeah, it seems like hold off on anything that's being offered to you. I mean, but here's the thing, do what you want to do. Whatever you feel like is right for your life, please go ahead and do that. Like, don't think just because it's saying that it means, don't take any offers. Like, it just looks like you're going to be kind of not wanting to take or give any offers. But whatever you want to do, please do not like listen to the cards. If you feel like something's right for you, please go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Just saying, I don't want to hold you back or limit you in any way. So it is your life. Please go ahead and do what you feel is right for you. Okay? So that's what I can say, is that it looks like something's, like maybe you're going to have more than one offer, and you just are being advised to like not go ahead and take on too much, That's what it seems like. Okay. Nurse, wow. Charge nurse. Yeah, that's a responsibility for sure. And I can't even imagine doing that, like being a nurse in any way. Like, thank you for doing that, because we definitely need people doing that. And I'm definitely not one of those people that could do something like that. So that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a big responsibility. I like how you said that, high authority. Yeah. Okay. Wait, let's see. Is there. So I guess really it's up to you, But then at the same time, like, I think. I feel like you will get an offer, just because it's saying like you have to kind of choose if you want to take that on or not. Because it's saying like you're not going to want to take or give any offers. It's like you're going to have to make that decision if you want to do that or not. So I feel like yes, I feel like you will. And definitely let me know if that changes, or if, that happens or not. I'm interested in what you decide to do. Okay. Okay. Right on. Okay, and then let's see. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Okay. This is a heavy connection because this is life change. I mean, something is going to happen, or like something's happened already, or like this has maybe caused a feeling of this in you to where it's like shit is going to change now. Like it can't go back to be the same. Like, you know, transformation, like big change. Like it might even feel like things are kind of like all falling apart at one time, and then like things kind of turn around and change for the, well, not necessarily like for the better. It doesn't always feel like that, but it is meant to happen. So it's like you can't you can't stop it from happening. This is a transformation that just has to happen from growth, from, you know, learning from life, you know, just what things happen. But it's heavy. Like it probably feels like things are kind of all falling apart. It might be the case that maybe you're the type of person that doesn't really like date in a serious way, and then you meet this person and it kind of changes shit for you. Like you're like, whoa, what just hit me? Like, and everything kind of feels like it's all falling apart and changing around you because, like, you know, it's new for you and it's different and something that like you just aren't used to, or something that you just kind of like don't have much experience with, or you don't really allow that to happen, or yourself to be vulnerable or something like that. So it kind of feels like it's a big hit, you know, at first, but it's, you know, it transforms you. And I feel like you kind of know what it's talking about because the high priestess, she's all knowing intuitively. So intuitively, if you can kind of try to connect with that and try to figure out like what it's saying to you, I feel like you kind of already are aware of what it's meaning. If not, then we can look further into this. But that's not all. First, the thing about it too is that there's somebody being left out in the cold, and it's a, you know, pretty antagonistic type character here. It's kind of like a bully or someone who's pushy or someone who's kind of just trying to like, you know, be a bully. Like they're not fair. They're kind of just like they want people to respect them, but they'll take fear. They'll take fear. You know, they don't really need to earn it. They don't think. They're the type of person that's like, you know, I will get what I want, or I will win at all costs. And it's a really nasty, ugly energy. Don't be that person. Whatever this is talking about, somebody's going to end up feeling left out in the cold and like alone, basically. Kind of just like maybe they're in this relationship, but it's at a distance, or they're being brushed off by the person. Hopefully that's not you doing that to them. Hopefully that's not them doing that to you either. But I'm just saying it kind of takes a turn here, you know? It takes a turn for a pretty nasty situation. But it seems like something will happen with it. Like I don't think this is just one night stand type thing, because it wouldn't be the tower here saying it's going to transform you. But it kind of seems like it might transform you and leave a really strong impact, which might seem at first like it's kind of hard, you know? And then there's like this reunion. So if you guys do end up breaking up or whatever, or like distancing from each other, it seems like you'll come back. But yeah, you're gonna have to like stand strong in your energy, because when it comes back, it's because you're seeing things in a way that's unrealistic. And there's a lot of different things about the situation that seem great that really aren't there, like that really aren't real. Like it's kind of just like all of these little cups here that have little things in them. It's like all of these things are kind of like these fantasy, like, like, whoa, like either it's really scary or it's really amazing, like these diamonds and these jewels and, Medusa, scary, it's like, but the idea is you're not seeing it in a realistic way. It's like an ideal, or maybe you're seeing it negatively, like you're seeing it as, like, before it's happened, you're just seeing it as negative, like, because you're kind of like doubting it. So either way, though, good or bad, it's like you're not looking at it realistically. So you got to start doing that for your own sake. I feel like, though, it's saying you're looking at it better than it is, like in an unrealistic way, because it's saying a reunion, and then it's saying like basically you got to be the emperor here and like start owning your shit, like start standing tall for yourself and being there for yourself, being responsible for your own self, not needing like anyone to fill anything. Like, we all kind of feel like that in some way, I think. I mean, maybe some people don't, but I feel like it's kind of normal to feel like you kind of are missing something in your life and maybe somebody can like make you feel better. It's not healthy, but I mean, a lot of people feel like that. The thing is, like, it's kind of saying the emperor there can take care of himself, he can take care of others, like he's responsible. He doesn't need anyone else. Like he's not going to be like lessened to that. So it's saying pretty much like stand tall. Don't get confused by all these ideas in your head about this person. What you can do is use what go off of what you do know for sure, which is this has turned into a negative situation. I feel like it's the other person that's kind of that negative energy, though. That whole like trying to kind of like be a bully. I feel like that's them. I don't feel like it's you, because it seems like you're kind of not really sure what the hell you're looking at, because it's unrealistic the way you're looking at it. In this reunion, it's like kind of like, I don't know why, but they keep coming back and trying to like play with you. So just be careful. I mean, it seems like a person that's kind of like trying to play with you, take control over the situation, and kind of like use that to their advantage. So usually I don't like to think of like women as doing that, but yeah, women do it. I usually think men are all bad, but no, women do that shit. So, I mean, unless it's you doing it, you would know. Maybe that's what it's saying, like you would know. Maybe that's what High Priestess is there for. It's like you would know which one this is talking about. You know who the antagonizer is. So yeah, I think that they like you, but it's like you got to be careful about the reasons, you got to be careful about what they're trying, what are they trying to get out of it? Like, what kind of person is this? Maybe you should get to know them better first before you jump into anything with them. And what are their past relationships like? Have they been a using ass bitch in the past? Because if so, might not want to get with that person. Just saying. Just saying. Oh no. Yeah, I know it's buffering. Yeah, it's okay. Tell Elsie to go on the live. Do you see what I put? That's my best friend right there. And my boyfriend's sister. Kind of weird, but no, not really. They're like the same person. It's kind of strange. No, but they look alike and they're a lot alike, but. This bitch is busy. It's her birthday. She's a Capricorn. Capricornus. And her moon sign is the opposite of her sun, which is Cancer. And mine is too. We're opposites. Sun, moon opposites. Sun opposite moon, which means you're born on a full moon. Crazy. Which means you're a fucking lunatic, but you feel sane when the moon is full. No, okay. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Did she see it? LC, LC, LC. Woo! LC. Oxnard. What? That's where we're from. Oxnard. Okay, let's see. Gotta do one for LC. One last one for LC. Aw. Hi, Rose. Okay, let's see. What's your year looking like? There you go. Silver Strand locals. Yay, yay. Okay, let's see what your year's looking like. Okay. Wow, cool. So have hope, have faith, you know. Like, don't give up, basically. There is positive coming to you. But you can't give up or lose faith. Okay, this is important for you. The star. Look, here's something we got to talk about. There is something we got to talk about. Okay. It seems like there are more than one person. There's tension, there's arguments, and this is all, you know, basically like, look, there's tension and arguments with more than one person, right? Obviously, this is kind of obvious what it's saying, but it has to do something with, like, I think you becoming more stable. Something about it is like you, she meant Silver Strand locos. Hell yeah. So basically it's something about like you know, this guy here, he's got valuables, you know, he's got money, he's got material items. So basically it's saying like a person who has like stuff. So what does that mean? Like they make money and they can provide themselves with things, or they just get a lot of stuff. For some reason there's valuables. Like you're in a position of like you have what you need and want, like, but and want. It's not just need, it's want, because it's like extras, you know? Sorry, extras. Like jewels and like whatever, you know, it's not like you're like rich, but it's just saying basically you have like some material goods here. So, and also this is talking about stability. So it's saying like there's, for some reason, there's more than one person that you're arguing with or fighting with while trying to get to that point. So for some reason, maybe, you know, well, let's look into it more. But for some reason, there's people around you, or maybe not even around you, but for some reason, there's a few people here you're arguing with. Maybe it has to do with money. Maybe it has to do with like certain valuables. Let's see. Okay. But you have a sensitivity and a sensitive, nurturing nature that's going to be coming back around. It's like playing itself over again. Like this is, it's not all lost. It's not just all negative, but I feel like you're a very sensitive person. So it's like, for some reason, this is being highlighted. So let's see. Something from the past. Yeah. Okay. So a love situation that basically could be kind of holding you back in a way, because it is something from the past that's coming back around, and I already know you, so I kind of know what it could be saying. But the thing is, it's not being clear to me just because the Lovers is Gemini, but it also means the Lovers, so it doesn't have to be a Gemini, but it could be. It's somebody from the past, but we do have someone else from the past that could be coming back around too, so just keep that in mind. I don't know exactly which one it is. It could be oh, there you go. That's a good way to look at it. So basically here, but you know, more, we're talking about more here like material item, but I mean, whichever way you interpret it, that is important. So I don't want to like say that's wrong. It's just like usually here we're talking about like material items, but I mean, I guess for you, like that is a valuable to you, and that is kind of like what you would want, you know? So here, this is saying like, look, this somebody from the past. I'm sorry, this is backwards for me, so I keep going like this, but it's over here. This someone from the past, like the past, it's like nostalgia, like something that's coming back up, being triggered and feeling like that for you, like someone from the past, some feeling from the past in some person, because it's a Lover here, but it's like you feel left out in the cold. I'm sorry, left out in the cold. You feel like it's just you kind of like chasing them around or running behind them, and they're kind of like going ahead of you. And it's kind of like a codependent thing though. It's like this thing where you kind of drag each other down, but you need each other. It's not really healthy, but you're very sensitive. You know, that very sensitive character that's coming back around. And all of these things are kind of holding you back in a way. Not the sensitive part, but it's like on the road to trying to find more stability, this is kind of an obstacle. Is the people, this person from the past or these people from the past, whatever it is, it kind of seems like this is a thing where you need to like be strong and stop letting like people kind of tear you down, because there are going to be arguments, but you can't let that stop you. You can't let that like control you feeling like you can do things. Like it said, have faith, have hope, you know, keep that. Don't lose that, because you're going to need that. You know, you don't need to lose that because of the negativity around you, whatever it is, you know, you feeling left out in the cold, you feeling like it's just you against, you know, the world with this thing or person. It's like you got to learn how to be strong within yourself and know that like all these things are happening for a reason. This is for you to learn from and you to grow strong from. It's not like it's just for you to be knocked down and just not improve yourself. We did see the Ace of Pentacles, so that means opportunity for success and stability. So I don't think it means that you're not going to get it. It seems like you will, but you have to like fight a couple obstacles first, you know, or along the way, basically. So don't give up though. It's saying have faith, because it probably feels like you're kind of at that point where you're not having much faith anymore. But the thing is, you got to keep that faith. It's saying have faith because the opportunity for stability is here, but you have to fight for it in a way, you know? I mean, it's not easy, but you will get there. Yeah, so of course. So first of all, the underneath card here, it's saying basically there's you feeling kind of like you're hanging there. You want enlightenment, you want more information, you want like help or like some kind of understanding of what to do. Like you're hanging there for like some kind of more information. You want enlightenment. You just don't know exactly where you're going to go with this. You know, you're waiting for some kind of like some information, some enlightenment, some help, some kind of, you know, you're waiting there for it. You feel like you can't really move yet. You're stuck. The thing is, you're wanting to kind of go outside the box, and see these eight cups here? He's got 8 cups that are full, but it's just not enough, you know? It's just whatever he really wants and needs, it's just not happening right here. So he's out on this solo journey into the mountains by himself, looking for what he needs to fill this space here. So the eclipse is sorry, it's backwards for me. The eclipse is happening here, so it's showing like there is the sparking of something changing. There's like something that's going to be taking place now, and he's looking for this change. He's out looking for it. Like he's not just sitting waiting, he's looking for it. Even though the underlying energy is like you're waiting there wanting something to kind of like come to you so you can understand what to do, you're still like actively looking for something to make your life better, basically. But you're feeling kind of like you have like your hands are tied, like you're stuck, or like you don't really have much of a choice. But the thing is, you do, and that's what you need to understand. This is here to say basically there's an abundance of love. Like this is an opportunity as well, since it's an ace. This is what you're searching for. I feel like overall your cup, you're trying to fill it. The thing that I would say is like don't be looking outside of yourself for that. That's what a lot of people do. They're looking outside of themselves for, you know, to fill some kind of a void, which is like not unheard of at all. It's not good though, because guess what? You're going to be looking and looking and looking and looking, and you might find it somewhere. But the thing is, it's going to be temporary. It's a bottomless pit, you know, it's not going to fill you and be permanent, because you have to look within. You can't be looking outside of yourself. That's another reason you're going on this journey alone. You're not going on it with someone else. You're not joining hands with someone and going into the mountains and trying to fix your life. No, this is about you. It's very personal, and you have to figure out what it is that you're missing, because this is a main thing here. Ace of Cups, but there is an opportunity for you to find it. I just feel like you have to look, you know, on your own. It's like no outside influences. This is you going on this journey, because only you can go on this journey by yourself. This is your life. You know, this is a very emotional, personal thing. It's a big thing. It's not just one thing. You know what I mean? It's like a lot. It's like everything all together. It's kind of like you need to find what it is, but look within, you know? Try to look within. Don't look on the outside. Don't try to like look for someone else to make you feel better. It's hard to just like do that, but it's possible, and that's what needs to happen. So you're waiting for this information, and I think I'm giving it to you. No, I'm kidding. But you know, it's like don't wait for things to happen. Like kind of just do what you need to do, and you already know what you need to do. So you need to start doing certain things, you know, what you can do for now. Like what you can do, start doing those things. Because when this year starts folding out, it's going to be for you, like you're going to really feel the need to like figure this out and make yourself feel better. And if you don't start doing these things, it's going to seem even more overwhelming. It's going to seem even more like you just don't have any control over it, over your life. But you do. You just have to start making these little baby steps, and the people or the things or the obstacles around you, the events around you that happen that make you feel like you can't do it, just try to know that basically you can. Don't let these things hold you back, because that's going to be the downfall if there is one. But I don't feel like there is one. I feel like this is you able to do it because there's the aces here. So it's saying there's a lot of opportunity for you. It's just having that faith and just keep pushing, you know? Keep pushing. Do not give up. You can't give up on this because it's your life, dude. Like you can't. Don't think about everybody else and everything else. Think about what you need to do. You know, for once, what is it that you need, you know? And you have kids and everything, so it's obviously like don't forget about them. How could you? You're not going to. I'm just saying, like, stop worrying about how everyone else feels all the time, you know, and worry about how you feel. What do you need to feel okay, you know? What do you need? Like on a real level, emotional support, that's one thing, you know? If you need that, that's a very serious thing. So get, you know, if we can't get it from the people around us, or, you know, from the friends that we have, if we can't get it from that, from the people around us or the friends we have, then we got to go to support groups where people do understand what we're going through, you know? Because that's really a good thing to go to support groups. We've both been wanting to do that, so let's do it. I think it's a good idea if we do that. I'm going to do some karma cards for you too. So just sit tight. If you can't find the support around you that you need, you know, no one else knows what that looks like except for you. So it's like, you don't have to tell anyone what it is. You just, if you're not getting it where you're at, then go and find it. Because I see you actively searching for what you need this year to feel centered and good again. You know, it's not like superficial. It's not like a job or something. It's like emotional. It's like within you. What do you need? Do you even know what that is? You know, you got to figure that out. You got to figure out what this is, because it's very important to you. And then your kids are looking up at you too, like, and you're, you know, they're looking up at you and they're going to be like that. They're going to want to be like you. So it's like they're going to see you really figuring it out this year. They're going to see how to be strong just like that, you know? They're going to see how to rise from things that have happened and create a life for themselves that feels right, that's good for them, you know? Healthy, happy. OG Insights and Murder take over. Hell yeah. Okay. So Mars taking action. Yep. In Aquarius, doing it differently, outside the box. Having to come up with some kind of different way to do this now, you know? Nothing conventional or nothing that you've done, nothing that you already know. It's kind of like find some other way of doing this. Because, you know, it's like doing what you've been doing. It's like, it's not working, right? Like, what have I always done that's led me to this point? Like, no, we got to do something different now, you know? Something totally different. Okay, that one flew out, so let's see. In the 5th house, all right. So, action, energize your vision with the trust of a child. See, have faith. Do not lose that faith. Yep, Scorpio. Yep. The rising phoenix. Yep. Your vision with the trust of a child. Energize your vision. So start figuring that out again. What is your vision? You got to find that you got to find that vision again, you know, and then live that life. Be like excited about it, like let's do this. Got to find myself. Confront what's new and different right? Confront what's new and different about fun, romance, and making art, and force yourself to. Yep. What did I say too? That word. This has been coming out for you a lot. Do it dramatically. Look, and the last one. The first one's spiritual, right? So energize your vision with the trust of a child. Then it's mental. Confront what's new and different about fun, romance, and making art. And then the physical is force yourself to use an unconventional way and do it dramatically. Dramatically. So do it like with a bang. You know what I mean? Like no little like here and there, like boom, this is what it is. LC from the 213. No, okay. I don't even know what the 213 is, but I just keep saying that for you because it rhymes. So LC coming back with a vengeance. No, she would never. No, but we do have also here. Let's look at the outcome. Should we pick another set for the outcome? Because you know it says that that's how we could do it too. I think that we should do that because this isn't. It's not the same thing really. This question. So let's see an outcome. What's the outcome? If she is to take this advice, what is the outcome here this year? Or if, you know, what's the outcome this year for her? What's this year looking like for her? From your perspective, karma cards. Okay. Mercury and Capricorn in the 8th house. The awareness of dedication to achieve personal power. Fuck yeah, dude. I love that. I love that. Many words. Oh, I'm sorry, not many words. The awareness of dedication to achieve personal power. That's spiritual, okay? Now, mental is I think the mysteries of life that it's talking about here, many thoughts about or from focusing on the mysteries of life. So with this deck in the booklet it gives you, it says a lot of people around you are going to have what they think it means. What's important is what you think it means. So don't take what I'm saying and make it like if you have your own way of looking at it, that's important. That's what matters, is what the book says. That's the thing that matters, is how you see it. But if you don't understand what it's saying, I'm just giving an idea. I feel like the mysteries it's talking about is like this newfound way of life, this newfound you doing what you need to do for yourself that's healthy, you know, you finding like listening to yourself and figuring out what it is you need on the inside. Like you doing that is like kind of a mystery to you. You've never really taken that route. So it's like, this is a mystery. This is a new way of doing it. Unconventional too, you know, different. Nothing that you've done before. Something just totally like but for the better of you. And that might be hard for you to look at it like that because, you know, you think like you have to like always make sure everyone else is okay and stuff. But like I feel like it's going to be different, or like you could do a different thing this year. Like you could like really try to figure out what it is you need, because I know once you figure out what you need and you feel good and okay with yourself, then everyone benefits, because then you're there for everyone in a really big way. But when you're lacking that, it's like you can't really be your best self. You know what I mean? Like no one can. So it's like you got to figure that out, and then everyone's going to be happy with you anyway. Like it's not like it's a selfish thing. It's like, that's not what I'm saying. It's not like in a selfish way, in a healthy, selfish way, Many words resulting from the rules imposed by, look at this, the physical. Many words resulting from the rules imposed by a major change. So is this like words like self-talk, words like how you're communicating with others, like, you're explaining to people like this is a big change for me and this is what I have to do, or whatever it is, many words. So communication with people about this, maybe with yourself, you're having to get right with yourself and figure out, all right, self, look, this is what it is, Communication though, many words. Maybe you're going to write a book. Maybe you're going to be a motivational speaker, which is what I feel like we're going to start, we're going to do that one day, I think. We're going to go around and to schools and teach people about self-esteem. I think, I hope that's what I see us doing someday. We're going to have like a workshop or something for like teenage girls before they leave high school. So I don't know, maybe you're going to write a book or something. Maybe you're going to write a memoir. I don't know. Many words though. I love you, girl. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Woo!